So before we dive into this video, let me just give this teeny weeny suggestion that I neglected to include in the tips before you even try to be a plant mama or a home gardener or any of those things. Let go of the idea that you won't be good at it because you don't have a green thumb. A green thumb doesn't exist at all. The only thing a green thumb is unnecessary pressure that you're adding on yourself. And when you really think about it, a green thumb, someone without a green thumb is someone who just overwaters plants. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. So let's get on with this video. Start with low maintenance plants. I know when we walk into Lowe's, Home Depot, or garden centers, or even your local florist, and you see these big, beautiful plants, you just want to take them home. But if you don't have any experience with plants, start small. You will always get the best result if you allow yourself to crawl before you walk. So the best place, in my opinion, to get low maintenance plants from is IKEA. I know you probably think I'm crazy. You're probably like, IKEA sell plants. Yes, they do. And the reason I say IKEA is the best place for low maintenance plants is because it's inside. It's inside. There's no windows. All they doing is watering them periodically, and they are absolutely beautiful. So in a way, IKEA is kind of telling you that their plants is low maintenance without saying, oh, low maintenance here. The best low maintenance plants is succulents, snake plants, and I believe they call it pathos. I'm gonna put the correct spelling below. Here is one of my pathos plants. They are very low maintenance. I water my plants sometimes once a week, sometimes once every other week, depending on if I remember. I put it right in front of a window and it did its own thing. One of the biggest mistakes people make with this plant is that when they see a leaf starts to die like this, they have this assumption that means the entire plant is dying and they'll just throw the entire plant away. The great thing about that particular plant is that when you cut one leaf off, I don't know how it does that, but more grow. So that's that. The next, this one is kind of heavy. I've been doing this for a while, so I don't have any small plants, but get you a snake plant. You can't kill a snake plant, girl. If you kill a snake plant, we not even gonna talk about it because it's pretty much they like cats. They got 9 lives. It's no way you can kill a snake plant. They don't require a lot of water. Just put them in I wouldn't put them in direct sunlight, but put them in a well-lit area and let them do their thing, girl. Just let them do their thing. And when you see your snake plant growing or expanding, that's when you put it in a bigger pot, because the bigger pot gives it more space to grow. And last, but certainly not least, is succulents. What I love about succulents is I used to only grow these outside in my front yard, but because it's wintertime, if you leave these outside, they'll frost, they'll freeze, and they'll die. So I brought them inside, but I keep them still in direct sunlight, and they just been blossoming. Because they are succulents, they don't need a lot of water because they have the ability to grow in dry areas. So all you need, girl, is a little bit of water whenever you remember, and this baby go grow. Name your plants and talk to your plants. One thing that plants and humans have in common is that they feed off of vibes. So the better the vibe that surround you, the better you are, right? So the same rules apply to your houseplants. Give them a name, talk to them, make them feel like they are a part of the family, make them feel like they are important, let them know that they are loved. And it actually works, because I've tried my entire adult life to be a plant mom, because I wanted to be just like my mom. And every plant I touched died. And the reason it died, because I neglected them. I didn't talk to them. I did not give them a name. That I allowed them to be surrounded by chaos and drama. So you have to think about it. Would you let your kids be around chaos and drama? No. So you have to do the same thing for your plants. You know, you make them feel love, they go show you love. So since this one has been in the video this whole time, this is Bertha, because she's a big mama. She's almost to the ceiling. I give it another 6 months. She's going to be at the ceiling, y'all. Another 6 months. Biggest mistakes people make with their houseplants is over watering. A lot of people have this assumption that because we need water every single day to live, your plants need water every single day to live. And that's just not the case at all. So make a watering routine. Depending on what type of plants you have, research your plant when you buy them. Some plants require watering every week, some every other week. Some, like snake plants or succulents, you can water them every few weeks. So really pay attention to how much water you are giving your plants. And another great tip, the days that you are not watering your plant, get you a good old spray bottle and spray the leaves and spray the stems. And they love that. It's kind of like giving them a shower without having to actually take all of your plants into the bathtub. So you just spray them a little bit, like so. And you will notice that once you start spraying your plants, their color deepens. They get like really, really, really super green. It's absolutely beautiful. And another tip when it comes to watering is pay attention to what type of pot you have it in. Some pots have little plates at the bottom. And the reason they have the plates at the bottom is because those planters have holes at the bottom so that the excess water can't escape, which is a great thing. Other planters, like I have some big planters, such as the one Big Bertha is in, doesn't have an escape route for the excess water. So I have to really be careful with how much I water Big Body or she will start to die. If your plant is getting too much water, you will develop a gnat problem. If you get some gnat problems, it's no biggie. I had a gnat problem again because of these big planters that Big Bertha and her sister over there have. All you have to do is just take a little bowl, pour some apple cider vinegar in it, a little shot of Dawn, like just a Dawn detergent, you know, the dishwasher detergent, boop, just that much, and just sit it right on top of your dirt. And if your plant develops any gnats, it'll catch it and your plant doesn't die. Last and certainly not least, use organic soil. It makes a difference. And I did not think it made a difference when I first started being a mama to plants. I used to get whatever was the cheapest, like, oh, that soil on sale. Oh, that soil bag is $3.99, and that bag over there is $12. I'm gonna get the $3.99 one because it's just dirt. The reality is, it's not just dirt. Organic soil is much better. It makes your plants stronger. It makes them healthier, and it helps them grow faster. It's kind of like us. When I was at a point in my life where I was just shoving any and everything in my mouth, all types of grease and junk and preservatives and processed food, I felt heavy. I just felt sluggish. I did not feel myself. But once I switched to eating organically, all of a sudden my skin is glowing. I have energy. I can do more. So it's kind of the same thing, you know? Don't give your plants anything that you wouldn't give yourself. Oh, so whenever I post a picture of my plants or my gardening on my Instagram, Tella Homemade, I'll put the link below. I'm often asked, where do I get my plants from? Where do I get my vegetables from? As I mentioned in the start of this video, I buy a lot of my plants from IKEA. They are very affordable, and because IKEA is a warehouse, they are inside plants, which means they are low maintenance plants. So that's one of my top places. I have brought plants from independent florists before. What I will say is, in my experience, independent florists typically are more expensive than your big box stores, sometimes double, sometimes triple. So check your prices. And the other places I purchase from is Home Depot and Lowe's. But what I will say about places like Home Depot and Lowe's, if you buy plants from them, definitely use organic soil, because a lot of places like that, they use a lot of chemicals and pesticides on their plants. And unless you plan on doing the same thing, when you bring them into your home, you want to make sure they have a clean start. So until next time, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys next week. Bye.